This is Adventures in Doing Things Wrong, the Gingerbread House kit version. It is a cute kit. It came from the Benton Company. Last year I made one from the Wilton Company, which is slightly more expensive, prefab made, and then you just decorate it yourself. This was a little more difficult because it was not pre-made. It is a little out of date, but not that bad. The Wilton Company has a deal with Pansino. They make all of her unicorn stuff. Benton's, I don't think they have a brand deal with anyone. They're a smaller company and they sell at more discounted stores. They're a little less pricey. But I will tell you one thing that I know because I made this. They're tastier. The Wilton Company puts no flavoring whatsoever in their gingerbread house kit, not in the gingerbread or the candy. All the candy from the Benton Company was super tasty. The only thing that was actually bad in this kit was the icing was a little dry, and because it was a little dry, it was a little too hard to work with for making the actual gingerbread house. You're supposed to make it around this little stand. I did misread it at first, so I put some of the things in the wrong direction. So I'm about ready to do everything. I've cut the icing bag and I'm about to feed all the icing through. I should have probably warmed the icing in hot water before opening it because it is a little expired. And several times I put the wrong items on this house, which is why it was so hard to get together. Just really, really bad. It's falling apart. I put the roof as the walls the first time, which I should have figured out that was the roof. And then I put the walls in, but then I did the walls in the wrong direction, of course. And this icing, you can see it busted completely through, so I'm just designing it to look like little icicles hanging down because I'm not going to get a real design from an icing nozzle that is completely broken. I wanted this to drip down and look like icicles. I'm not sure if that's going to work because it's like half wet, half dry, because it is a little expired. I gave a bit of the Christmas tree to my mom to see if she liked it. She did. It is like nutmeggy and cinnamon and very gingerbread-like, especially compared to the Wilton, which had nothing in it. And these candies were actually delicious. They were so good and they were soft. Like they were super soft. They were not hard, which is surprising because this was like 6 months out of date when I bought it. I think we bought it last Christmas and then forgot about it because that's what we do in this house. We just don't remember. I didn't even remember about this video. I'm actually making this 1 month after I started making this video. Maybe even like 6 weeks. It's been a bad couple months for this family, so I have to get back to work. What I did not notice is that there is a huge gap, and it's probably just a tiny gap, but there's a gap between the wall and the other wall, which is why it's so unstable, and I did not notice, which is so funny because, it's on camera. I can see it in camera, But this thing is not happy with what I've done to it. So yeah, I'm making a face. And some houses do have faces. This house has a sad face. And it does with the door kind of look like a frowny face anyway. So I'm just going to give it some eyeballs and some red pupils because the house is mad because I've done such a poor job of it. And it's literally falling apart. But it is cute and it was honestly delicious. So if you see it Benton, it may not be the best for making houses with, but it is the best for eating, and it is cheaper than the Wilton one, which is not good for eating. Don't eat the Wilton one, it's awful. And now it's really falling apart because that gap is getting wider as it dries. So I did get it to dry together, which is cool. And it was really tasty. So I hope you enjoyed this adventure in doing things wrong. But it was yummy.